I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know that I'm just popping on here without very little notice. Well, what I wanted to do today is to show y'all these adorable Christmas tags that I made. And the reason why I wanted to specifically show y'all this is because today is Cyber Monday. And Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping up until 11:59 Mountain Time tonight. But I'm also offering 20% off your entire order. That's just through me, Kara Golby. And I don't think I introduced myself, guys. Hey, it's Kara from iStampin.com. And so what I wanted to tell y'all or show you is how you can make these adorable tags and get an awesome deal with the Stampin' Blends. You can get the entire collection 20% off through me just through today, and you'll get it free shipping. So I thought that I would show you how I made these adorable tags. I had so much fun coloring these in. This is coming from the Seasonal Chums stamp set, and the matching bundle, so you save 10% when you purchase these together. So you will need a big shot to use the Framelits, and you can save 20% on that today too. So there's just some awesome deals that you can save money on. So what I thought that I would do is show you how I colored these in and made these adorable tags. The great thing with this stamp set is that it has a to and a from on there. So there's the little Christmas tags that I made. And these will just be darling to put on your Christmas presents. So what I'm gonna do, here's my pocket. Goodness. Now for the stamping, or for the cardstock, I am going to use our thick Whisper White cardstock. I find that I like the results of the coloring better with a thick Whisper White. You can use just our regular Whisper White, but I do like, I don't know, I find that I have less bleeding with the thick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the deer and the snowman right there, just once on the card or on the cardstock, and then I'm going to color them in both, and then we'll cut them out both. So it makes it really easy to mass produce these. So all we need is just the front image of the deer and the snowman. And if you want to just, and you can actually make this as a tag, because in the framelit it does have a hole, and you could actually make a back and a front, but I wanted to make it just a little bit different today. All right, so there's both the images, and when you're using the alcohol markers, you do want to make sure that you're using the Memento Tuxedo black ink, because the alcohol markers will not smear the black ink. If you use a different kind of ink, like a water-based, it will smear. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using today for both of these images. And like I said, these are our brand new Stampin' Blends. And these are alcohol markers. You can either get them as a collection, and that would be 26 markers plus the color lifter and the bronze and the ivory markers that you can use for like coloring skin. You can get them as a combo pack, or you can get them individually. Personally, I would get them all if you can, especially since you can save 20% today through me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in the reindeer, and I'm just going to lay down the lightest color. So this is crumb cake, so this is the light crumb cake and the dark crumb cake. And I'm going to use the brush tip end. I know some people like to use the pen end, but I like the brush end. And I'm just going to come in here and just color around the reindeer, just put down a base coat, and then I'll go back in and do some shading. And I'm still learning about the shading, so you'll have to forgive me if you're more skilled at that than I am. And try to stay in the lines. I've already seen that I've gone out of the lines. So know, but normally my head would be right over this image, but I don't want to do that. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. So this coloring probably will not be the best that I could do, but at least it gives you the idea. So did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving? I don't think I asked that at the beginning. All right, so there we go. And one thing is you want to be careful when you're coloring towards the edge of the stamp. You can just lightly color because the color that will spread. So, you know, if you see that you have a little bit of white, if you just take your marker and just kind of touch it, the color will spread, and then you don't have to get really close to that black line. Now for the outline, or for the shading, I am going to use the brush end, or not the brush end, but the pen end. I feel like I get a little bit more control of that, so I'm just going to come in. And when you do the shading, you do want to work in small sections, because you want to make sure that the ink is wet when you come back to blend it in. And so what you're going to do is just come in here and just go over, and I'm just making small little circles. And so I'm just going to come here on the reindeer's face, down here on the leg, on the left side, just where I kind of think that a shadow would naturally be. Now I'm just blending it in, and then I'm just going to do that same step on all four legs. And like I said, this is probably will not be the best looking reindeer, just because I'm kind of far away. So how's everybody loving the Cyber Monday sale, the free shipping? Stampin' Up does not offer that too often, and so I was so excited when I saw that announcement and how that coincided with my 20% off. Just gotta love that. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and just darken the nose and darken the spots. And if you want them a little bit darker, once the ink dries, you can go back. And then I'm going to color the hooves. And if y'all have any questions about any of this, feel free to type in your comment in the comment box, and before I sign off, I can scroll through and answer any questions. Okay, so I think that looks good. All right, now to color the inside of the reindeer's ears, I'm using light pink pirouette and dark pink pirouette. So I'm going to start off with the light, and I'm just going to come in and just color the inside, and I am using the brush tip, the pen tip, excuse me. I keep saying the wrong thing. And I'm going to do the pen on the dark, and I'm just going to put the contrasting color, or the darker color, just at the bottom of the ears, and then I'm going to come back in and blend, just like so. Okay. So there we have the ears done. Oh, this is just so much fun. I just love coloring. If you enjoy coloring, you have to try this. This seasonal Chums stamp set is just adorable. All right, now to color in the bow, I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler combo pack. I'm going to use the light Cherry Cobbler first, and then come back in with the dark. And for this, I want to use the pen end. Now the Cherry Cobbler, just so you know, it's a very saturated color, and this is a very light touch. I would recommend, experimenting with your markers just so that you can get the idea as to how they work and how easy the ink spreads, because the really dark colors are highly pigmented. Now I'm coming in with the dark cherry cobbler and just putting in a little shading. Hopefully you can see that. And now I'm just going to come back in with the light and just blend that in. Okay. Now for the bell, on my sample, I did both, or in experimenting, I did use the light Daffodil Delight and then came in with the dark Daffodil Delight. But to be quite honest, it's such a small area, so just come in with your dark. I think that will be plenty. I don't think you would notice much shading on that. Okay, now I'm going to show you the color lifter. This is a great pen to erase your mistakes. So I see up here I got some dark crumb cake, went out of the lines, and I'm sure I went out of the lines. Oh, I went out of the lines up here. And what this does is that it doesn't erase the color, it just pushes it back in. So this is a wonderful tool, but I'm going to show you this fun little technique that I'm going to do, and it just adds a little bit of dimension to your stamped image. So I'm just coming in and just putting some little dots just around the face and right here on the back side of the deer, the little reindeer. And so I'll bring this up a little bit closer, so hopefully you can kind of see that. You may not be able to see it on camera. Hopefully when I take pictures, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. So anyway, I thought that's a fun little technique. And just so you know, I will save this to Facebook, this video, on my iStampin' page, and then I will upload this up to YouTube. I'll edit it where I'm, letting the cat in and out, stuff like that. So it will be an edited video. All right, so now let's color in the snowman. And for this, I'm going to need the cherry cobbler. I'm going to need Old Olive and the Smoky Slate. And for the carrot, I did dark pumpkin pie, and for the bunny, I did crumb cake again. Okay, so let's start off with the snowman. So I have the light Smoky Slate, and I'm going to use the brush end. And really, and honestly, I'm not doing very good at this. I'm just wanting to put in a little bit of a shadow on the snowman, and this technique I need to get a little bit better at it, but you kind of get the idea. It's just giving the snowman just a little bit of dimension. So, like I said, if you're better at that, you can teach me. Okay, so now that we did, I'm just gonna do that little bit of shading on the 3 sections of the snowman, and now I'm gonna come in and paint, color in the hat, and I am using the brush end, and so I'm just doing that in Smoky Slate. And just be careful around the leaves and the berries. Now I'm going to come in with the dark Smoky Slate and just add a little bit of shading to the brim and around the left side of the hat. And then with the light Smoky Slate, blend that in. Now, how the 20% works, works with me, because you you may be wondering how that works. Okay, and now I'm going to use the light Old Olive. That promotion is just through me. So once your order has shipped from Stampin' Up, and I am tracking the status on that, you will actually receive a rebate check from me. So it's not an immediate 20%. And so now I'm going to come in and do a little bit of shading with the dark Old Olive. So it's not an immediate savings. It's a savings that you'll receive in the mail. So, but the free shipping, that is immediate. So that's through Stampin' Up. So you'll see that when you place your order, you will not be charged shipping. Okay, so now let's just come in with the light cherry cobbler and the pen in, and I'm just going to color in the berries. Again, these are so small, there's not really much you can do to that. Okay, so what do y'all think so far? Darling, huh? This is just so cute. All right, so now let's go ahead and come in and color in the gloves. And again, just a light touch with the cherry cobbler, just because it's such a saturated color. Okay, and now I'm going to color in the scarf. And I'm going to make the scarf cherry cobbler and Old Olive. So that ties in with the snowman's hat. Okay. There. And, okay. I'll have some colors kind of repeating, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to come in with the light Old Olive and color in the rest of the glove, the mittens, and the scarf. And if you love coloring, this is so relaxing, which I used to love to color as a child. Okay, and then just coming down here, just kind of tapping. And then let's go ahead and fill in the rest of this mitten. Just tapping those little boxes. And there we go. And then let's go ahead and color in the carrot. And then I need to color in the bunny, and this one will be all done. And for the bunny, I'm going to use crumb cake. Just a cute little bunny. I love how it's holding, how it's peeking behind the snowman, and I'm just going to put a little bit of shading just down here at the bottom and then blend it in. And there we go. Oh, and let me do that little technique where I took the blender pen and I'll just put some dots up here at the top of the snowman's hat. There we go. Okay, so we are done with all of our coloring. So now what you'll want to do is get out your coordinating framelits from the Seasonal Tags Framelits. Let's see here. So you'll just cut them out on your Big Shot using the magnetic platform. I highly recommend that. If you don't have one, it's a great tool to get. So you'll just line it up like so, run it through your Big Shot, and then this is what it's going to come. This is what it will look like after you cut it out. So you're going to have part of the back side of the tag attached. So what you're going to do is just take your scissors, and I'm just going to fussy cut, kind of just following the outline, and just, just gently just cut off the top part of the tag, and on both of these. There we go. So now they're by themselves. And now we're ready to attach them to our designer series paper. Now I am using the Quilted Christmas 6x6 paper stack that's in our holiday catalog. And so what I've done is I've just gone through and just grabbed 2 of the patterns. So this is a cute little gingham print, and then this is a really cute little stitched. So this is the back side of those papers, but you can just see what they look like. And then I used our 2 1/4 inch circle punch. So the 2 1/4, and what you'll do is just, you know, punch out 2 circles. So I've already got those done. So what I'm going to do next is go ahead and pop up both the reindeer and the snowman up here. And I'm going to use regular Stampin' Dimensionals. And then the mini ones also, because those can go down here on the little reindeer's hooves. And then the same thing on the snowman. The little mini ones can go on the back side of the mittens. And then just the regular ones can go elsewhere. Okay. And so then just peel off the backing, and then we'll stick these on the little designer series paper punched circles. Come on. There we go. Okay. Isn't that darling? Ugh. It's just so cute. I cannot wait to put these on my Christmas presents. This will be so much fun. Okay. And then that one's right there. And then what I've done is, oh, and I don't think I told you, this is about a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. That should be plenty to punch out for the circle. And then what I've done is I've punched out, or I've cut out real red and old olive, and this is 3 by 3. And I am using our circle layering framelits. This is the scallop. So this is about 2 3/4 from edge to edge. And so that is just going to go like so. But before we attach these to the circles, you want to do your stamping on the back side. So just figure out the back side of your tag, and then go ahead and just stamp the 2 in the from using the Memento Tuxedo black ink, just like that. So make sure you do that before you attach your little critters. Okay. And just use a little bit of snail to attach in the circle. Let's put the snowman on there. Okay, looking good. And then next we are using, I'm going to use our 1/8 inch handheld punch, and I'm just going to punch a hole at the top of the tags. Now the snowman, it is a little bit higher, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of pull off the top of the snowman and just punch the hole right about there. Okay, and then I'm using our linen thread, and I'm going to run a linen thread through both of these tags and then string them. So I'm just using like 2 sections per tag. That should be plenty of linen thread to be able to hang it off of a present. So I just doubled it up through the front of the hole, and then I'm pulling the tails through the middle of the tag. So that gives you a lot of length. Let me do this one also. Okay. This one may be just a little bit trickier because you're having to work around that tag. Or not the tag, but the snowman. There we go. You'll eventually get it. So just separate the loop and pull the tails through. And there you go. Okay guys, what do y'all think? These are adorable. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and say they're precious. So hopefully y'all like them. Let me go ahead and bring in these as well. So if you like them, give me some thumbs up, some hearts. And if you're watching live, if not, make sure you give it a thumbs up on YouTube and make sure you subscribe to my channel. But I hope that you liked this fun technique video today, and we'll give this set a try with the Stampin' Blends. And like I said, take advantage of my Cyber Monday sale today. You get 20% off and free shipping, and it does end today at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, guys. So if you have any questions over anything, feel free to reach out to me, and I will see y'all later this week. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.